What's up, gamers? So about a week ago, I posted a video about uh, best build location, right? I had mentioned and talked about the 2x4, how I really like to build there. It's pretty awesome, but we got a lot of comments with a bunch of different people saying a bunch of different places. So I figured we would show the comments of those people, go to those places, check them out, and give our own personal, you know, review of said place. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this kind of content, man, hit the like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. We are freaking doing awesome on YouTube right now. And subscribe if you want to see more. I post like way too much all the time. Grounded, grounded, grounded. Let's get it. All right, so our first comment comes in from Adam Crux on YouTube. He says, I always build right by the oak tree on the fence post by the field station. So I'm assuming this is the spot he's talking about. We got the field station down there, which is huge, honestly. If you can build next to a field station, that's going to be extremely beneficial for analyzing things, picking up quests, and anything else that you could do with the field station. Now there's let's see here. So we're gonna have acorns here for days. I mean, you're just gonna be able to run circles around and get acorns as soon as they spawn. You're gonna know exactly when they spawn and everything. If you need a lot of acorns, obviously for chests and things of that nature and armor, your first acorn armor would be a nice one to have. I've actually built here before. I made little bridges between them because I wasn't a huge fan of the wolf spiders like real close here, but honestly, it's no different than my 2x4 location as far as wolf spiders go. But you'll have a decent amount of food around here, lots of aphids and weevils, and then you've got the gnats that hang out there up there on the lamp. You're also pretty close to Burgle, so that's not a bad thing. And this is, honestly, the oak tree is pretty centralized. So yeah, I see nothing wrong with this place. What do we got? We got dry grass here, regular grass. We got stems everywhere. Definitely not a bad place. I would probably give this, if I was going to give it a rating, probably in 6 out of 10. If we're hanging out here through the whole game, I guess. Because we don't have, well, we do have a place to get sap. We don't really have like a lot of mushrooms around here. There's a few down here, but you could always go run and grab some. But not total maximum on resources. So yeah, 6 out of 10 sounds good. All right, our next comment comes in from Corbin Ferry. It says, right now I have my main base under the left side of the picnic table, and it's a surprisingly good location. So let's check it out. There's going to be all kinds of stuff around here, guys. And if you did not know, the biggest cluster of stems is between the picnic table and the sandbox. So we're gonna have, look at all this. We got clay around here, nice little chunk of clay and rocks even. If you need, if you want to build some like pebble foundations, not bad, not bad. We've got mushrooms that grow down here all over the place. This is honestly a pretty good place to be. Outside of all the larvas is kind of annoying, and we got black ants a little bit, but not too big a deal. This honestly, like this spot right here would be real nice to build. There's not a whole lot you have to clear out. The only problem is you got to remember that, yes, grass doesn't grow back, but sticks do. So maybe up on this hill, maybe? I'm not sure. This might not be a very bad place. Obviously, have tons of rocks around here. Tons of rocks, just like they mentioned in the comments there.
People to see.
Yeah, really not bad. I have a little micro base over here on mine, actually. I think I can see it a little bit. More or less a little base there that allows me to get into the sandbox without having to run all the way up and get to the zip line, but yeah, not a bad place at all. Plenty of resources, plenty of sticks. What I don't see is dry grass, so we'd have to go a little bit of a ways away to get a good supply of dry grass. There's a few pieces here and there, but sometimes if you're making a lot of lamps or something like that, you need a ton of dry grass, but you can always just travel to go get that. But yeah, lots of clay, rock, grass, stems, everything you would need to build, including clovers. Probably, I'm not too sure about maybe like a good supply of sprigs around here, but no, there's a pretty good amount of little sprigs here and there. So yeah, not a bad place, man. I'll definitely give this one like a 8 out of 10 solid for a solid base location. You're a little ways away from Burgle, which I guess is why I'm not rating it any higher. But you know, honestly, you don't have to go to Burgle a lot, so it's not a bad thing. Oh wow, we even have a thistle bush under here. This place is kind of crazy, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, on to the next one. All right, so next we've got John Servo. I set my main base up on the flagstone just north of the Red Anthill. It's safe on top. It's close to the maple tree and the pond. So yeah, this is a pretty popular spot for a lot of people in the comments. It seems like, you know, we've got quite a bit of resources around here. Lots of sticks. We've got a stick there. We've got 3 weed stems. We got a burr tree there. Lots of grass, dry grass, pebbles, and it is close by to the pond. And this place is probably up there with, you know, one of the best places to build in the game. Nice flat spot, you know, nothing too crazy. If you want to stay elevated up off the ground, this is probably the place for you, and you just got to watch out. Probably give this one a 8 out of 10 as well on my Richter scale. Just because of the mobs that spawn here, you know, it could be annoying, especially early game. You know, if you stay away from them, they're not going to be that big of a deal. But we're also missing out on, you know, like acorns and sap. There's nowhere to get sap around here. Unless you can put them on the logs. I don't think you can put them on the logs, but I've never tried. And it's very noisy. Holy crap, it's very noisy. Definitely an 8 out of 10, guys. Check this place out, though, if you want to try something out, for sure. All right, so Magic Pyro Ninja says, my main base is on the top of the soda can at the base of the oak tree. Plenty of resources around it, certainly centrally located, which is made for wonderful zipline towers and spreads out over most of the yard. I like that. I like that. You know, if you feel comfortable with you know, building something here on top of the soda can, I don't think it's an awful idea. We've got loads of sticks around. We've got a little dry grass, little grass, clovers, even. We've got sprigs. We've got all kinds of good resources here. We've also got a stink bug that's like right here in this area if we need it. Spider chunks for days, flower petals. Got a juice box right here. Honestly, this is not a bad place to build. I would almost, though, just because I'm, you know, not real keen on building on top of a soda can, maybe just like out here on one of these big stones, maybe. You know, even possibly right there. I don't like building on lily pads or out on the water on the floating foundations. Not for me, man. Not for me. What do you guys think? Do you like? Is there anybody out there that's built on the water? I did that on my normal playthrough world, and I had to move. I was like, I can't. I don't like running materials back and forth over and over and back and forth and back and forth. But no, this is a solid 7 out of 10 for sure as far as the resources go. I'm only giving it a 7 because, yeah, don't want to build on the can. It'd probably be an 8 if we were like on this stone over here, but you know, we're going to risk, you know, getting attacked by spiders and things like that. But all in all, pretty good location for sure. See here, Matt's Ponds comes in and says the only place that can rival the 2x4, in my opinion, is the berry hedge. Now, Matt, I don't know exactly what part of the berry hedge you're speaking about, but there's really not a whole lot of materials inside of the hedge itself, outside of just berry leather. But you know, I was floating around up here trying to find somewhere that would make a little bit more sense. And honestly, these rocks right here are kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. We got a decent amount of sticks, and we got a thorn bush right here. Dandelions everywhere. Grass. I don't know if we've got. We'll look around and see if we got any clovers up here or anything. Oh, there is some science over here though. Where's the science at? Definitely need that. Is it up here? I can hear it. Aha! Raw science. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean that's not awful.
Look around.
Quartzite. I might grab this too. Yep. Just a little sniff. Maybe get this science too. All right. Pardon me. All right. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Building. Yes. Build locations. Sorry, I got distracted by shiny purple things. But okay, yeah. Looking for clovers. Is there any kind of clovers over here in this whole little area? This whole little area is not a bad area. Okay, we got an orb weaver. Not big. No big deal. More science apparently. Yeah, I mean, really not a bad area. We don't have any clovers, but, you know, we are right above the stinky pond, the swamp pond. And, you know, wouldn't be awful. I'd like to see somebody build up here. Heck, I might even start a base up here at some point. Maybe I can bring my castle wall over here. Might be able to bring my castle wall over here. If you guys, you know, want to see what I'm working on right now. It's pretty gnarly. There's my 2x4. It's empty now. I moved off of it, just behind it now, because I accidentally blew it up with a fire staff. But anyway, this place, you know, not bad. I'd like to see somebody come up with something here. Lots of clovers right here. You just have to make yourself a ramp to come up. But yeah, I'd like to see something. I'd like to see something come out of this place. This is actually pretty decent. Outside of being very far from like the charcoal, we are still close to the upper yard. The upper yard's just right here with the Black Widow right there and the Frankenstein castle, so we're not too far off. But yeah. All right, so Sipes says, I believe that's how you say his name, I built a base on the front porch of the house and have been going to the oak tree for sap. Completely forgot about the fallen log. Oh, yeah, okay, so he's referencing my sap catchers on the side of this log over here. But so he lives up on the porch. I'm not exactly sure where he might live on the porch, but I'm assuming he built a ramp up there and he wants to stay away from all the bugs and everything. So it's honestly not a bad idea if you're a little bit scared, but you do have to build up to it, and that's going to take quite a bit of material for sure. But it looks like we've got dry grass, and stems. There's a bunch of mushrooms right under here where that big giant mushroom cap is. As well as the sprig forest, which is right over here. So there's tons of sprigs. Obviously, you can reach over to the pond and get your clay and cloves. So not a bad place. I'm not a huge fan of how far it is from everything. You can build zip lines practically anywhere, but everybody knows that the majority of the game ends up being up in the upper yard. So I would like if it was closer to there. But overall, not a bad spot. Probably 6 out of 10 for me for that, for sure. All right, that pretty much wraps it up for the comments part, and I'm going to throw in a few notable areas here. I've got a little build out here on what is called Aphid Island. If you are playing woe mode, maybe you're having a whole lot of problems with food, this is the place for the food, man. You want to come build out here, chop down all the grass. I have done that just because I wanted to easily, you know, find and kill all the aphids and weevils and not have them run from me. And you've also got a bunch of gnats here. If you need like gnat jerky or gnat roast for anything, not bad. Not bad. But so there's that one, and then I also thought of another one, and I'm gonna run to it real quick. All right, and my last notable place here is going to be the rocks in between the picnic table and the haze. Maybe not necessarily down further that way, but pretty much any of the rocks here. I mean, this one right here specifically is fantastically flat. You know, there's not a ton of resources around here, but if you've got, you know, your intern badge and your pupa hat and your ant armor or whatever, you know, you can get sticks. There's tons of sticks right here. We just talked about in the, you know, over there in the underneath the picnic table. Between the sandbox and the picnic table. I mean, honestly, this is like a really good place. We've got mosquitoes that are at this pond here, but you know, if you stay on these back rocks, they're really not awful. We do have one wolf spider that tends to come like right about here. I think. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, man, if you guys got a better base location that we didn't mention in this video, or just somewhere where you've built that you really enjoy, maybe we'll make a third one of this, going over people's comments. So make sure you comment down below with, you know, where your base is located at, more or less like what it looks like, you know, the kind of resources you get there, all the above. And maybe your comment will be in the next video. But make sure you guys hit the like button if you like this video breakdown. You know, some places are better than others, and other places are better than those. So let me know what you got, peeps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and I will talk to you on the next one. Here's another video that you might like, guys. I'm making grounded content all the time, every time, and if you really want to, you should come over to my Twitch, please, and subscribe and follow me over on Twitch. We stream every night from 8 to 11, and we could talk about it live if you want to. Best base location. Let's get it, baby. Y'all take it easy, and I'll talk to you later. And here's that video I was talking about. Bye. See you guys.